Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy Damn D, and we are back with another video. And on this video, salute to KB. Make sure y'all go follow him on his Bus Life and his backup channels as well, and go follow him on his Patreon. But in this video clip, man, Kwame Brown's about to just annihilate and destroy and just end Stephen A. Smith's career, as he always been doing on every video that he dropped. But this one right here talks about the underlining damage that Stephen A. does, not only to black men, but just especially these black athletes out here that's making generational wealth for their family and for everybody in the community, people that provide so many jobs. So Kwame Brown is about to break down the type of damage that Stephen A. Smith, people like Stephen A. Smith, and many others will do, and how they will turn a blind eye to certain people. Let's get it in.
But Stephen A. Smith, he put his foot in his mouth again. And I know, baller alert, salute baller alert. I know I didn't crop it out. When I did crop it out, they had it went back to a movie instead of an MP4 setting. But Stephen A. does what he does again. Since the media is all entertainment now and no longer geared towards teaching or geared towards the game more so than the game, we have personalities that are bigger than the game. People are now waking up just to hear what someone is going to say about a person instead of them talking about the game. So that's the way of the world now. And they want to control who gets to say what. But I've been telling y'all for the last 2 or 3 years, these guys that have no talent, they don't really, well, he has talent in the way of entertaining, but he doesn't understand anything about the game, anything about the grind. So at some point, they're going to have to make up stories. They're pretty much content creators. It's hard to get up and create content, especially this is an off season, there's no basketball. So they got to do some clickbait. They got to make up a few stories. And this to me is one of those stories that they made up. And it was confirmed by the player. And I'm glad these guys are starting to talk. The media should not play with these guys' life, play with these guys' pockets, play with these guys' reputation the way that they do. But because it's very lucrative to the organization that they work for, they can care less how they make a player look, i.e. Westbrook, a guy who's a top 75, who's going to be a shoe-in for a Hall of Famer, who, averaged a triple-double for maybe, 2 years? With those numbers, he's up there with the elite point guards like Stephen Curry and Magic Johnson. And, Stephen Curry is right. We can talk about what generation this is or whatever else, but for the generation that Steph Curry is in, he's been killing it. And so he's definitely up there with Magic and the elite point guard.
I definitely agree with that. Steph, in my opinion, is definitely top point guard of all time. I mean, to be honest with you, I know we got the Isaiah Thomases. Well, honestly, I think he's the best point guard of all time. The only person I can think of is, Magic Johnson. He's a different type of point guard. But as far as this era, oh yeah, definitely.
And Russell Westbrook is in that conversation. But
Westbrook, he's a good athlete, but nowhere near the skill level of Steph Curry.
Because he's not an exceptional shooter, and I've never seen him have that many shooting flaws, but once he got into a situation with the Clippers to where they wasn't highlighting every mistake he made, he's back to me, rare form. So these media pundits, they got a man that's a top 75 player being called West Brick when he walks around and when his children go to school. And then Stephen A., a guy with a cracked knee, a guy who all he does is talk the game, he's looked at as some sort of hero. You got Skip Bayless, a guy who blamed his coach for not being able to make it. He's looked at as some sort of hero, but Westbrook is looked at as West Brick, a guy who averaged a triple-double, a guy who's done what he's done in this league. Scalabrini.
You can never take away what Westbrook has done. He's done the unthinkable twice, so I will always give him his credit to that. But I kind of think he's a little bit overrated. Yeah, I mean, I understand he broke history twice, but I wouldn't say that. I would say after he did that, I don't know, it just seemed like he kind of fell off a little bit. Even though he's still a solid player, don't get me wrong. He is a very solid player, but he's just not championship type of material, in my opinion.
He is known as the White Mamba. but we're talking about Westbrook as West Brick. But you still think I'm crazy, that there's not a discrepancy in the media, that there's not a total lack of respect for black males in the media. I've gone over situation after situation where they disrespect these black males, but Stephen A. tried to make it a singular thing, make it about Kwame Brown being upset and that he just needs to give some fake half-hearted apology to Kwame Brown. But as we can see in the media with Michael Irvin, a man who they had no proof that he did anything, but nevertheless, he was fired until they figured it out. He didn't have Stephen A. to say he's a good man and he's his friend. He didn't have no one to get his back. A black man is wrong all the time in any space. He's wrong for talking to his woman. He's wrong for playing basketball. He's always wrong. He's always made to be a light to where he can get disrespected. I think now the only person or the only people that can be disrespected on the internet is black males. They can talk about killing us. People can say on open airways they're gonna pull up on us. You cannot disrespect black women like that. You can't say you're gonna slap a black woman. A man cannot get on the internet and say he's gonna slap a black woman without repercussions. But anybody can get online and say they're gonna harm a black man, whether you're white, black, Asian, no matter your color. If you're a female, you can go to any extent on a black man. But you cannot do that to the LGBT community. You cannot do that to white males. And you definitely can't do that to white women. The only group that you can disrespect, isolate, talk disrespectful to is black males. You can talk direct death to black males. You cannot say that about the J people. You cannot rap about open death lyrics. You cannot do the things that you can do to our culture and our culture only. But again, Stephen A. wants to make it a singular thing. Kwame Brown is just upset at me. Kwame Brown is just mad. No, you're the reason why the system of talking about so-called Kwame Brown. We talked about Jamarcus Russell. You talked about every black player you can think of. When the football player Josh Gordon was going through marijuana issues, you didn't look at it like a sickness. You looked at it like he just don't deserve money. Everything about Stephen A. is money. You can't trust a man where his passion is money. His sole purpose and his passion is to wake up every day and get his boss money, and then hopefully he gets some. You can't trust a man like that.
He said that.
He has no integrity. And then you can see by the moves that he made that the people he got close to, Allen Iverson, who gave him opportunity.
Snake.
Big Dog, who gave him opportunity.
Snake.
His coach, who gave him an opportunity.
Snake.
Every male who has given him an opportunity with a skin color like his own, he can backstab.
Yep.
But the white man can fire him as soon as he makes one thing that they thought was different than what they wanted. They fired him.
It's a wrap.
And then they bring him back, and he's the most subservient man ever. I'm gonna make sure I get my bosses some money.
Yep. Damn shame.
We watch history, and I'm gonna keep saying it. And I know they don't like it that I say it, but they're using black women to take away from black men. Because if you don't notice, there was an amazing thing that happened. It was the most death-defying thing I've ever seen. It should have never happened. But I saw a white man, a Floyd Mayweather statue, for his money and power, slap a white woman, and nothing happened. In America. So that tells me how powerful not only black women are, that tells me how powerful the LGBT community is, because all you would have to do is change the color of the man, and it would have been a national crisis. If a black man had slapped a black woman, it would have been national news. TMZ would have not have made it seem like it was an okay thing and it only happened once. They would have Greg Hardy him. If he would have slapped a black woman, somehow he slapped his mama, he slapped you, he slapped my sister, he slapped every black woman in America if he hit a black woman. And the media make sure they focus on black men in that way.
Facts.
And then women jump on and cackle and act like they got hit.
Facts.
But you know what I did not notice? I did not see white women act that same way. I did not see a coalition of white women get on Good Morning America and say, we're gonna cancel Dana White. I did not see the same energy towards white men as they do to black men. And I did not see their women all attacking Dana White. So it's kind of interesting what I see. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means that all white women did not come and attack Dana White. I don't know what that means to see so many sisters attack a man and when he make a mistake towards one woman. I don't know what that really means. I also don't know what it really means that a media does not attack a man for hitting a woman when if a black man did it, the whole America would have erupted. They have Floyd Mayweather. If you Google domestic violence, Floyd, and put image, his image would come up, and I never seen him hit a woman. But I seen Dana White, and his image does not come up when it comes to domestic violence.
That's crazy.
They made black men the poster child of beating a woman. They made all of our women afraid of black men. And I've seen white men jack up black women. I've seen white men whip their women. Chad Wheeler beat a woman. It did not get met with the same intensity as it does when a black man makes a mistake. It does not. They did not say Chad Wheeler hit every black woman. They did not make him look like a monster. He's playing football and chilling. When it's a black man, he can never get a job again. They bring it up at every turn of the corner. They bring it up at his graduation. They bring it up at his death. They bring it up anytime a black man run afoul or make a mistake. They bring it up over and fucking over and over again. And then the envious black Negroes that can't make no money, they help ring the bell for white people. Stephen A. Stephen A. When Dana White hit his wife, he was met with grace. That is my friend. There is no way Stephen A. could have said a black man was his friend after hitting a white woman, after hitting a black woman. If Ray Rice, when Ray Rice hit his wife for allegedly spitting on him, if Stephen A. would have came on and said, Ray Rice is my friend, I think all black women would have called for his job and ESPN would have obliged him. So do people really respect black women, or are they just afraid of the group? Because the company would have obliged and have fired this man. But he could say that a man is his friend that just hit a white woman. So is there some sort of protection for all women, or is it just for black women now? Because if a man is a man is a man and a woman is a woman is a woman, then any violence towards a woman should be bad. Any violence towards women should get met with the same intensity. But not the case for you, black man. And I'm not telling you what to do about it, black man, but just duly note what happens when you make the mistake, black man. All your women go against you. All the media go against you. They'll make it like the entire world needs to go against you, black man. And I just wonder why that is. I don't know why I see the things I see. I just wonder why it is. I never thought I would be able to see after they made all these different rules, and I see Tank Davis hiding outside his own house with a woman in there breaking up every goddamn thing. I just thought I would see that same intensity. I said, boy, Dana White going down. He gonna be fired from the UFC.
Nope.
He gonna be fired from the UFC. He ain't gonna be able to do shit. Nope. It's the first time it happened.
Nope.
Fuck who don't like it. Don't worry about it. I said, fuck. Amazing. Respect me like you respect the white boy. That's all I keep thinking. Boy, I want to respect that white boy. Jesus Christ. Everybody respect that white boy. I don't give a fuck what you say. Boy, I never thought I'd see a day when we cry so much about racism. And then Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club let a white man and Joe Biden come up there on one of the blackest shows, and they put this man in his place in front of everybody. Really show you what they really think. Hey, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. I don't gotta tell you nothing. He doesn't.
All right, so there we go. I'm gonna end it off right there. KB was in his bag, that video, man. Very powerful message and on point, man. So salute to KB. Make sure y'all go check him out. Y'all leave a comment down below, man. It's your boy, Damn D, signing out. Peace.